Leroy, very excited. It is a draft tradition unlike any other, although now he's telling me he needs a couple minutes, so we'll stall. But our special draft analyst, draft analyst is ready. Is ready and waiting in the wings.
He doesn't have the rock hard internet. He's got some floozy.
Okay,
internet.
he says he's ready now. He says he's ready. Let us go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com. RTD. Robbie the Degenerate. Hello, Robbie.
Hey, what's up, guys? I could just picture John Eric Sullivan. You said he's stone cold. Was he at the draft room, going on all corners of the room, asking for beers to be thrown at him?
Apparently so, buddy. Apparently so. What did you think of his first pick last night?
Well, I think like all of us, I was at a draft party. Everybody wanted Ruben Bane. We were all fired up, and they were at 11, and they traded back a spot. Like, oh, Ruben Bane is still there. And then they didn't take him, and it was like a huge letdown in the room. People were upset. People were outraged. But at the same time, I feel like that's kind of a good thing for us. Like when the mass public is outraged, I feel like it might work out. Like we've seen in the past with Brady Quinn. Remember, we all wanted Brady Quinn.
Oh, I brought it up. Everybody got mad at me.
I don't like it.
Look at that. No.
I don't like the comparison.
Wait, Robbie, I said the same thing, and everybody looked at me crazy.
I don't like it. I just don't.
Yeah,
like
but guess what?
Put Brady Quinn and Ruben Bane in the same category.
Why not? The same outrage. The same outrage they booed at the facility when they took a wide receiver. They were hot. And guess what? At least admit this. Due to recent history, maybe you don't know. That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean I don't know?
Maybe you don't know what is the best pick for the Dolphins.
I know exactly what the right best pick is. When have I not known? They don't know. Okay. Last year I wanted Tyler Warren. I wanted a Frankenstein tight end. And they're like, no, we need to fill need. And nothing against Kenneth Grant. I mean, it was fine. But every time we're doing this responsible, I don't know. Robbie, so do you like Proctor as a player?
Well, yeah, the flip side, I am a little bit concerned. The fat factor bothers me a little bit. How he got lit up by Florida State because he wasn't in shape or whatever the first game of the season. But look, he's got this good size. But at the same, I am a little bit concerned about Proctor. But I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. And at the time when it happened, I'm like, hey, they still have another pick. And I thought maybe Payne might fall to 30, but obviously that didn't happen. But I do have my concerns about Proctor. That is for sure. But that being said, this is a new regime. I am going to wait. I got to wait it out, give it a chance, and see what they do the rest of the day. And it's worked out in the past where, hey, on the flip side, remember we took Tua. We were all happy. We were all in the draft party.
I was happy.
We were all happy that they took Tua. And it had its mixed results, but at the end of the day, he's not on the Dolphins anymore. So that's how I feel. And I like my San Diego insider. He gave me some good reviews about Chris Johnson.
Oh,
he was like, this guy's really good. And I believe it. I really like the Chris Johnson pick.
I do too. I didn't realize your San Diego insider also follows the Aztecs. I thought it was strictly.
Insiders do. They follow everything.
I thought he was strictly a Padres insider at this point because there's no team in LA. There's no football team there anymore. So I didn't realize he was following. He was following San Diego State like that.
He's got the 619 on lockdown. Everything that happens in the 619, he knows about it.
So he's following in the midst of Poon schedule. He is able to keep tabs on the Aztecs.
Yes. He mixes it in between Poon. He mixes in his updates on his Aztecs.
Incredible. Do you have anybody you have your eye on in day 2, Robbie? Who do you want today? Anybody that would jump out at you? You think they got to go wide receiver? What do you think they need here?
Jacob Rodriguez, a linebacker from Texas Tech. He kind of reminds me of Zach Thomas a little bit. Now, Zach Thomas is an undersized linebacker out of Texas Tech. They got him in the 5th round. Jacob Rodriguez, they may need to use a 2nd round. Maybe he falls to the 3rd round. But Jacob Rodriguez, he's the guy. He's the guy really hoping the Dolphins get at 43.
Great mustache. He does. He's got a great mustache. I'm just saying. But I don't know, Robbie. I want to see. This is the thing. I'm not mad at Proctor. I'm mad at not having Ruben Bane, and I can't get over myself.
Upset. Yeah, we're all upset that they didn't get Ruben Bane. That's what it comes down to. But they had 2 chances to get him. They were at 11. and then they moved back. They didn't take him there. They moved back to 12, and they didn't take him again when they had the chance to twice. So they must really not have liked him a lot. They must really not have liked him at all. And the short arms thing, I know everyone's up and on about the short arms thing, but they really didn't like him. He was really down on their board. They had 2 cracks at him.
Yeah,
and
no.
you could have taken Caleb Downs at 11, but they clearly for 2 first-round picks that they really feel like Ruben Bane was not at all on their board.
Yeah. What do you think the Patriots are going to do with their horny coach?
Well, I mean, they already traded a day 3 pick to move up yesterday. I feel like they're going to get rid of. Because they don't have a coach for day 3. They might as well just get rid of all their picks and move up in the.
Imagine him trying to bring up red flags to the rest of the front office.
Red flags? You are the epitome of red flags, my friend.
He's a red light. He's more than a red flag.
Now, if he had a red light, we wouldn't be in this situation. Just saying.
He's right. He
was all systems go.
Amsterdam is going to be where his rehab is.
Oh my goodness. Is he taking a break from rehab?
He's not going to rehab until day 3. Day 3 of the draft.
You couldn't wait one more day. I guess one more day you risk getting that extra day might have gotten him horny again. So
right.
I guess he had to do it. He couldn't wait 1 day or don't it turn to OTAs.
I guess he needs to be there for the social media clips early on for everybody, but it's crazy because he's come out with like 2 statements this week and he has just said absolutely nothing other than he's going to prioritize his family. But yet, I don't know. You didn't seem like for 6 years you were prioritizing your family. So what is rehab going to do? By the time we get to minicamp, he's going to be fine?
Yeah. Why not just wait 1 day? You could do it right after the draft. Couldn't have waited all this time already. Why not just wait one more day? Get through the draft.
Do you feel like I should worry that Nick Saban wasn't exactly given a ringing endorsement to Proctor?
Yes. Nick Saban gives a ringing endorsement to everybody. Anybody comes out, it's the best player he's ever had. This guy's an amazing player. And the fact, yes, I am a little bit worried about that.
Robbie, question. As so many of us have Petty, you think he does that because of the Dolphins thing?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he could really like the player and think he's going to be a good player, but because he ended up with the Dolphins, then he's going to say what he said.
But he said it the day before the draft. He didn't know where he was going. He said the stuff on McAfee he was saying the day before the draft, so he didn't know he was going to the Dolphins.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
that Petty wiped out the window. Yeah, I was with you, Leroy. But then, if he said it before the draft,
right?
They all know where everybody's going. We all knew that Ty Simpson was going to get at 13. I had someone text me, "Hey, watch out for Simpson at 13," and sure enough, he was there. There was like no secret.
Yeah, apparently it's not as. People were saying the Rams, but I didn't realize that his the GM was buddy with the dad. That's crazy. Sean McVay looks furious.
Yeah, I didn't feel like that either.
Yeah. Apparently he's buddy and with the dad, and apparently the Rams GM was a huge reason as to why he didn't come to the Canes.
Wow.
Yep. Breaking news to you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yep.
I didn't pull the trigger, but I was told Ty Simpson at 13. Bet it. And
hey,
that was 11 o'clock this morning.
What's your etiquette? Because you got weird rules. What's your etiquette? Because I did the draft show last night, and I took the mask off like willy nilly. We're just reading Twitter. I'm not waiting for picks.
We had. Oh my God.
Uh-oh. Did we lose him? Oh no.
I'm like, bro, GTFOH, get out of here. You're banned.
Hold on. Robbie, restart. Okay. We didn't hear any of your start of the answer. So again, what was your spoiler, your Twitter rules yesterday watching the draft?
No phones. It's straight up simple. Like, look, if you want to go on you can't even look on your phone because your facial expression will give something away.
No.
So
wow.
No spoilers whatsoever. People were doing it. There were a couple people who were doing it. And I got mad. I'm like, bro, get out of here, bro. Go take a hike.
So Robbie, part of the problem is that the TV was 2 or 3 picks behind.
Yes.
So, like, Yeah, don't you, more than anything, don't you want to know?
I like the draft. You have to have the feeling of the commissioner walking up to the podium. Everybody gets in silence, and then he goes with the 12th pick. The Miami Dolphins select, and then boom. We need that moment of the draft. If we start, that's what makes the draft so good.
It's listen.
What makes it good is knowing.
Yeah, you live for a simpler time, my friend. I don't think it anymore. Besides, he's such a huge phony because every time he walks out there to start the draft with a bunch of heroes from the home team, so he doesn't get booed. Like, I don't want him having good moments.
Yeah, and they stall, and I know today and tomorrow these guys are going to take forever to read the picks. I get that. Then I can see today and tomorrow. Yeah, you could you can look it up, whatever. But at least for the first night, we got to have some sort of draft purity. And I don't like that they tease picks. Like they were showing cameras on Ty Simpson like right before, and they all have to act like they don't know the pick, but they all know the pick. So like, oh wow, so the Rams go with Ty Simpson here, and they're showing cameras of Ty Simpson, and sure enough, he's the pick. They basically tipped it off that was the pick. I don't like that.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate you calling in.
Thanks, Robbie.
Oh, thanks, guys. No problem.
There you go, Robbie the Degenerate. We love him. He is. He was also surprised about Ruben Bane, but we got to give old Sully a chance, according to Robbie. I'm just gonna, hey, Sully, don't lose. I told you yesterday. Yesterday I was a little bit more reasonable with my don't lose, but now I'm a little bit more firm.